Fruits of the spirit. Um, First thing I have to wake you guys up to the fruits of the spirit. You have good fruits, you have bad fruits, right? Um, the one fruit I'm going to talk about is greed. Um, Fruits of the spirit is like a gift, right? So, if I'm gifting you with greed, there's a many way in which I will go about doing it. Um, One way I would go about doing it, I would deprive you of everything to make you hunger or to go after stuff or to go after to go after what you want. So I'm going to deprive you of everything. Deprive you money, food, cars, clothes, everything. Just complete deprival so that so that you grow envious and jealous and greedy. Um, I was dealing with these same spirits myself, whereas in a person wanted to deprive me of everything to make me greedy to do negative and wrong acts, from prostitution to a multitude of things, because of greed. Certain drugs, when you look at drugs like cocaine, and you look at drugs like crack or certain drugs, carry with it a greed about itself. So no matter how much you get, you will always want more. Certain people are greedy. They were gifted with greed. Is one of the dark fruits, but that's something that they were gifted with. They were forced into that where enough is never enough. No matter how much they get, they're gonna always want more. But there are good fruits of the spirit. But the thing about it, how do you stop greed? I have to wake you up to how to stop it. And the way to stop greed is by living within your means. I'm going to give you a perfect example of something that I'm going through right now. Financially stricken, I have applied to different programs to get help, try to do all of these different things. And no, I'm not envious or jealous of anybody, but just, waiting on my time to come. And, you got people like, oh, you don't have to go through this. You can do this, you can do that. You can fellowship with the wrong people. Um, you can get involved in so many different things that would lead you down the path of greed, jealousy, envy, and a bunch of different things. Even in the state that I'm in right now, I constantly, like, without having as much as I should have, or a lot of the fruits that in which I sow, I haven't seen a harvest from. Even with going through that right now, there's still a jealousy by people that are involved in this greed and dark spirited fruits. It's still a jealousy, as though it's never enough. Like, even when you're at the bottom, you make the bottom look so good that people want to be at the bottom. They see you and your family, you're loving yours. Somewhat like the J. Cole song where you love what you have. It may not be much, but you love what you have. You love your family. You love your children. You love trying to be there and stuff like that. And other people grow envious and jealous of that, and want to invite dark spirits and dark fruit into your life, which darkens the joy of your life and darkens the very thing that you value the most, with just greed and other different things. A perfect example. of greed. A man can have 100 different women. You have 100 women at your disposal, at your discretion. You can do whatever you want with these 100 women, and he has all these women. But a man with his one wife or his one woman, you would give him all 100 of your women for his one woman. You get what I'm saying? So don't take it for granted. And it can work vice versa with the men as well. Um a woman to give you 100 men for um your one husband or your one man because he has so much value to himself, or he's just something uniquely different. It may be not the fact that he have value, it's just the fact that he's uniquely different. I haven't seen nothing like that, or I haven't had one of those in a while. I haven't had a woman like that in a while. I haven't seen a woman like that in a while. A lot of people hear these type of comments and statements and don't really understand that people will go to war for your one. They have 100, but they want to go to war for your one. They have BMW, Lexuses, all this in their yard, but your one broke down lemon or whatever little putt putt car, they want more than all of their cars because of the fact that you're content with it and you're happy. So don't take for granted what's yours, and that's one of the ways to kill the spirit of greed, because greed has the ability to consume and have you doing some of everything to get the stuff that you want. Perfect example, I don't care if you have to move into a tent. Women, at this point when we're going through, or men, when we're going through all of these different attacks, and you have to sit up there and you have to pitch a tent in your family's backyard just to make do. Just do what you have to do, because the craziest part, you may be living in that tent and that tent may have more pleasant things going on in that backyard than a person in a mansion somewhere off up in a nice city with a bunch of money. So it's all about just doing the best you can with what you have. I can't afford the nicer things. I can't afford the Lexus or anything like that, but I can afford this bicycle, and this bicycle's running, or I can afford public transportation. So I'm going to use public transportation. It may be free to me, but I can get where I need to go at. If I call so and so for the public transportation, it's going to take me where I need to go and back. And a lot of people get envious about that. Oh, she has a driver. No, I'm using public transportation. I prefer my own, but I'm using public transportation because that's within my means of living. That's all I have right now in my means of living. Because a person wants me to bear forth fruits of greed, or envy or jealousy and stuff like that. And you may find yourself very much dealing with that, where you're happy for your family, but you like, dog, why isn't it me? Or why don't I have that yet? I have done everything the right way, and something that the older people would say is just not your season right now. This isn't your season, baby. Give it a little bit of time. Eventually it'll be your season. Keep sowing good fruits, because at some point you will reap the harvest of your fruit. Right now somebody else might feel like they're reaping the harvest of your fruits, but what God has for you, what you sow, you will definitely reap. So just keep reaping your fruits, and just keep sowing your fruits and reaping the fruits that you produce. And a lot of the fruits that we send out and we produce are good fruits. We just don't see a harvest at that season for it. And it's kind of hard because you're doing all the right things and you haven't seen a harvest from you doing the right thing. And it will bring in jealousy and envy and hatred. It may even make you change your course because you feel like, okay, well, I'm not taking the proper course of action because other people are prospering using this course, but that is their path. Continue on your path. Use what you know. Destroy that spirit of greed, because greed comes in many different forms. It comes in abundance, and it comes also in lack. When you're lacking stuff. So, in order to destroy it, you have to really know what you're dealing with and how to deal with it. Just being content with what you got. I don't have what so and so got. I can't afford what so and so got. So what this means that if you have to wash your clothes on your hands, yes, I'm jealous. My clothes don't smell as nice as if I had to go to the wash house and wash them. But at the same time, my clothes are clean because I had the ability to wash them with my hands, so I did what I had to do, and it's nothing for you to be envious of. Or let's say you get millions of dollars, and when you get these millions of dollars, it's not enough. So you're overworking yourself, you're overdoing yourself, where you really don't get the opportunity to enjoy the blessings in which you do have. And that's a form of greed, and it deprives you. Greed always deprives. So remember that, and know that what you have, that little small thing that you have, some people will kill to get, or do anything to have, and is envious of you because of that, because they carry forth the spirit of greed and the fruit of greed.